Hi guitar mates, we are going to have some fun today. We are going back in time to the UK glam rock era of the 70s with this track. Sweet released Ballroom Blitz back in 1973 and it reached #2 in the UK charts. The song has been covered by various artists over the years, including The Damned and Crocus. It also featured in that great movie Wayne's World. Now, as usual, today's video has been brought to you by everyone who supports my channel over at guitarmaze.com, where you will find in-depth lessons, backing tracks, tabs and tips and techniques to improve your playing. And everyone who supports the channel, even for just $1 a month, will have access to the tab, backing track and the guitar profile for today's lesson. So let's not waste any more time and let's get right into it. Right, let me play through that great opening riff and then I'll break it down for you. So it goes like this. Right, so we start off with an E5 power chord. So we're playing A7 and D9. Then we're going to reach down with our little finger and we are going to play 11 on the D string. Then an even bigger stretch down, you're going to have to reach down to the 12 on the D string. Then we come back to the 11 and then back to the 9. So we get, that's the main chord of that lick. Now, the first time we don't do it, but the second time we do an open E string to restart the loop again. So your first one, then we get this. Finishing back on the line. So you're going to play that 4 times. First one doesn't open with the E. The other 3 have got the E. Play it on a low E. Now that's what the main guitar is playing. Now in the studio there is an overdub as well. So what a second guitar is playing is the same thing but playing it an octave lower. So he's playing it down here on the E and the A string. So we get this. Like that. So the two of them are playing together like that straight from the start. Right, now we're going to look at the verse section. Again, there are 2 guitars playing in this, but let's just focus on the main guitar. He is playing this. Okay, so you've got that line that you are repeating. So what are we doing? We're moving down to an A5 power chord. And again, we're playing this boogie type feel. We're going. That's your first part. So it's 1, 2, 3. Just playing across E5 and A7, and you're going to be dropping on the 2 count. 1 and 2 and 3. Like that, going. Now, there is a number of variations that I can hear being played on here, but what he does then, he's started off on 8s, then he's going to go to 16s. So. Now, some of them he just kind of chugs away. Like that, where you get that. Or he kind of maneuvers backwards and forwards between the 7 and the 9. Like that. Now, it doesn't make a massive amount of difference if you was just to play the easy one, which is just to stay. Like that. Doesn't really make a lot of difference, but you can hear that variation. Then you go back to your riff. So, the verse, you are playing that line there. When you come out of that last one, you just hit that just once. Hitting the E5, should I say, not that, the E5 just once. And we're starting off this sequence now of 4-bar break. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So on the 5th bar, because you got the guy talking in the background, you are just holding the holding the count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you hit an E5 and then you do a slide down, because this is taking you into the pre-chorus section. Let's just go back quickly. I said there was 2 guitars. What's happening with the second one? He's just playing on an A5. He does do a little bit of the drop on the boogie there, but he's going. Plays the same as that. I don't believe he does that chord at the end on the 5th bar. Just hear one guitar there, but he's just kind of doubling up, getting a more of a kind of a trebly sound on the guitar there, with the other one's a little bit more bassy. Put the 2 together, get a great mixture there. That said, we are now into the pre-chorus section. Now, this is a series of muted chords. We've got palm muted chords that are just getting louder and louder. Now, we start off like this. Now, started off on an F sharp. I'm on 2nd fret on the low E string and 4th fret on the A. And he's just going 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E. So you go up to an A5, up to a C, so we've moved up to 8th fret. And then we go across to an E5 chord, and this is where it starts getting a little bit louder. You start getting more of the strings. Like that, so. Now what I'm doing, I'm emphasizing what you could hear, the singing. So I'm just gonna, because you're doing yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm just emphasizing that as I'm playing into that. So that is your pre-chorus. Okay, so far, isn't it? Let's go and check out the chorus. So it goes like this. Right, again. Right. Loud and noisy when you're playing this. Starts off on an F sharp, and we're going to play the 1 and the 2 cap, playing 16ths. 1 E and the 2 E and that. So move up to the 5th fret, and we do the same for the remainder of the bar. Move up 2 more frets to the B, and then move down to an E5. So we're playing 7 and 9 on the A and the D. We go back. Now, instead of staying on the E5, we play it, and then we're going back to a D, so we're playing 5 fret, move up 1 fret, back to the E. So that last time, now what we're going to do here, you just rest your finger on the strings and you just play 16ths across it, focusing on the G string. So it's just getting that, what you're playing there. Probably my favourite bit of the whole song now. I just like that little movement backwards and forwards there. He's doing that Ballroom Blitz. Now, what he's doing there, he's going to go back into the main riff, but he's doing that last one, but he's still playing. So you get that. And you see how I got that? I came back into it, and if you can't catch that, you're just going to come out of. Just go back into the riff, but you do get that. We just play as an extra couple of 16ths for the beginning. So you could just practice that just to get that. And then you're back into your normal one. I am sure you will get the hang of doing that. Now from there, you go back. Now from that main riff, you go back to a verse. You go to a pre-chorus and you go to a chorus. But in chorus number 2, it's slightly different how we finish off. So we start off the same. We don't play our clicks because we're into the little bass guitar break and the power chord break. So we're just going to go from the chord like that. So that is how we complete chorus number 2. Right, through the little bass solo section, the guitar is making a few stabs, but it's the timing that we've got to look at first of all. Anyway, I'm just going to play through what we are doing. So it goes like this. Sounds easy enough, but it's the timing because you've got to count 1E and 2E and 3E and. I would struggle to get that 3E and out, but you get 1E and 2E and 3E and. So I'm struggling there. 1E and 2E and 3E and. Then you play 1E and 2E and 3E and. Like that. Then you've got to count 1E and 2E and 3E and 4. And then you just play that 5. And then you just repeat it. So, say, sounds, if you're not counting, it means nothing to you. 1E and 2E and 3E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4. 1E and 2E and 3E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4. Like that. That's your timing on that. Just at the back of that bridge section, if it ain't bad enough for you to the counting, there is actually a guitar line that you can play just at the back end of that. And it goes like this. He just plays that when he's playing through that, and that then takes you back to that. Nice little lick. Easiest way to play that, you just put your finger straight across the 7th fret, starting from the A string, and you're going to play A7, and then you're going to do G9 with a pull off to the G7 because your bar's there. And then you're going to go back and you're going to do A7, D7. Like that. That's your first part of the lick. Then you go back to your A7. Then you're doing the same thing with a 9, pull off to the 7. And then you're going to go A7 to G7. And then back to the A7. And this time you're going to do a 7-9. Back, so you get. And then you repeat. That's the link. That's that little fill that you can hear on the back end of that middle 8 section coming out of that bass solo. Now, coming out of that section, all we do, we go to a E5 chord. We're going to play that 2 bars. So we go. Then we go back to our pre-chorus. We play through the pre-chorus and into the chorus. And coming out of the chorus, we then go into the bridge section, which is that little part where he's going, it's a ballroom blitz, it's a ballroom blitz. You get that little line there. And you are playing this. Okay, what I'm doing, I'm basing it around an E5 chord, but so I'm putting my first finger on the A7. I have to think about that. A7, and then D9 and G9. So, which one the hear and play? I'm going 1 and 2. Then I'm playing this because I've got my finger down as the bar. When I'm doing that, I'm playing the G7 and B8 down to a 7/7 on the D and B. So it's all based around that shape. I'll almost say it's like an E minor chord there. You've got to play that riff 4 times. And then you go, from there you go back to the main riff, but the main riff is a little bit more kind of funky and groovy now when we're playing out to the close. We get this. That takes us to the end. Now, what we're playing there. Now, what we're playing there is this. I'm going to slow it down for you. So we're getting this. That's what's happening on that D string. And that takes you to the end of the song. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed learning how to play this really fun song. Now, I have included the backing track for this, and you will find the link down below. That way, put the backing track on and really have some fun where you're going to hear the drums and the vocals and also that little bass solo in between. It's just a fun song to play along with, and I just know you're going to enjoy learning how to play this. If you've enjoyed it, don't forget, smash that like button. Even better still, click on that subscribe button. That way, any more of these fun songs, you'll be notified about them. But I'm going to let you go for now. And until the next time, it's Jeff wishing you well. And I'll speak to you again real soon. Until then, goodbye.